Top 10 Weird Facts You Never Knew About Nami in One Piece. Nami is one of the main characters in Eiichiro Oda's One Piece series. As the navigator of the Straw Hat Pirates, Nami is one of the most important people in the entire series, something she doesn't get enough credit for. Nami dreams of drawing a map of the entire world, which is why she's sailing with the Straw Hat Pirates right now. Over the years, Nami has displayed the ability to hold the entire crew together and lead from the front, and she won't stop doing that anytime soon. Here are 10 weirdly interesting facts that you didn't know about the Straw Hat Navigator. 10. Captain. The Straw Hat pirate crew is led by none other than Monkey D. Luffy, one of the pirates of the worst generation. Luffy has earned the admiration of all those who work under him, and just as Mohawk mentioned at Marineford, his biggest power is attracting people towards him and gaining their support. Despite this, Luffy is rather easygoing at times, which is where Nami steps in. Even though Nami isn't the captain, she acts like one more often than most people might imagine. Arguably, she is the second most important person in the entire crew, after Luffy. 9. Obsession with money. As seen often in One Piece, Nami is obsessed with money, but there's a good reason for that. Due to her poor quality of childhood, and the goal of freeing Kokoyashi village from Morlong's grasp, Nami was forced to steal from pirates, and her plan was to use the money to buy her village, and in the process, her happiness back. Even though Luffy freed her from the misery after the events of Orlong Park, Nami's obsession with money hasn't dwindled. A good thing for the crew in more than one way, as she's the one who takes care of their spendings. 8. Nami's parents. Although Nami is one of the most important members of the Straw Hat crew, and one of its earliest members, her past is largely unknown to the fans. Even though we explored her early life during the Orlong Park arc, much about her remains unknown. She was seen with Nojiko as a baby, but how Nojiko found her is yet to be seen. Nami's biological parents aren't known either. However, she considers Belle-Mère to be her mother, because that's what she was to her. Nonetheless, her past might be more interesting than what fans have in mind, and hopefully, we'll get to see it sometime soon. 7. Namis Shirts. Being a creative artist, Eiichiro Oda doesn't shy away from giving his characters a vast wardrobe, bringing a sense of change with every island the Straw Hat Pirates visit. Nami's shirts, in particular, are very peculiar, as most of them feature four-letter words such as evil or gold. This could simply be how Oda intends to draw her clothes. However, Belle-Mère also wore clothes with a four-lettered word, mace, printed across them, which may be something that inspired Nami to dress in this particular way. Either way, Oda's work on Nami certainly is one of the best we've seen in the series. 6. Namis Logbook. Despite being the navigator of the crew and the person with arguably the biggest responsibility on the crew, Nami is hardly ever seen writing in her logbook. It is possible that she simply doesn't keep records of her adventures, but with her being a navigator, it is quite hard to believe that she doesn't. On the contrary, it is likely that Nami does keep a record, but Oda chooses not to show that to fans. In the future, we may get a glimpse of Nami's logbook, which will surely be something that would be interesting to learn more about. 5. Nami's cowardice. Being one of the weakest members of the crew, physically speaking, Nami is often perceived as being a coward simply because, at times, she deems a place unfit for travel. This couldn't be further from the truth, as Nami is, without a doubt, one of the boldest and smartest members of the crew. Nami fights when she believes she has to fight, yet knows when to step aside and play smart. Undoubtedly, Nami is a great pirate, and definitely not a weak woman, contrary to what many believe her to be. 4. Avoiding trouble. Unlike the majority of the Straw Hat crew, Nami prefers to live a careful and easygoing life where she doesn't have to fear the Marines chasing her all the time. Although she's more than capable of fighting them off, she'd rather not have them on her back. In doing so, she's the exact opposite of most of the crew members who like challenges and, at the same time, fighting. When the bounties of the crew go up, Nami is the only person who doesn't seem pleased because it invites unwanted attention from the Marines and bounty hunters. 3. Her love for children. By virtue of her compassion, Nami can't help but love children. Among many other things, she considers them to be one of her weaknesses. Evidently, this is why Nami treats Momonosuke with utmost love and care. She also displays this side of her at Punk Hazard, where several children were being experimented on by Caesar. Since he was responsible for bringing misery to lots of children, Nami swore to never forgive Caesar despite him helping the crew out on several occasions. 2. Nami and the Straw Hat. Being a precious member of the Straw Hat Pirates, Nami is respected by the entire crew, especially Luffy. In fact, she's one of the few crewmates Luffy has placed his hat on. This was seen at Orlong Park, where, after Nami asked for help, Luffy defeated Orlong for all the pain that he caused her. The only other person who Luffy entrusted with his hat in a similar manner was Usopp during the Davy Back fight. Thanks to Oda's tremendous writing, Nami is a well-respected character in fandom as well. 1. Nami's Fears. Nami dislikes lots of things such as unnecessary trouble or fighting strong people, but when push comes to shove, she's rather confident in taking on such problems. As such, they don't qualify as her fears in any way. The only known thing that Nami is known to fear in One Piece are bugs, specifically spiders. This was confirmed at Jaya when the crew had to look for a south bird in a nearby forest at night. Interestingly enough, this fear of hers is shared by one of her crewmates, Sanji. Just now is top 10 weird facts you never knew about Nami in One Piece. If you have any other opinions, please let us know in the comments below. Like and share videos to support us. Also, do not forget to subscribe and press bell button to catch the latest videos. And now goodbye and see you again.